Hey guys, welcome back. I have not been on here in quite some time and I truly apologize. First and foremost, happy Easter. I hope you're all having a wonderful time with your families today. I had this idea this morning. One, I haven't been on here in a while and I needed to get back to you all. And two, it's Easter. So hopping was the idea that popped into my head, and I promised you all some handstand tutorials and short videos that can help you or assist in your inversion journey. So the most important thing in your inversion journey is for you to continually work on little short drills. And so even when I teach a handstand workshop or an inversion workshop, inversion class, most of what we're doing throughout the class are little short drills to prep you for your handstand practice. So as always, I tell people it's a journey, it's not a destination. Anytime you are able to hold your handstand, you're going to want more, and you're going to want to take it to that next level. So we're continually learning, growing, and prepping for those inversions. So today we're going to work two things. We're going to work on hopping into Shakti kicks and then doing heel kicks to the glutes. So if you are following along today, it's about 10 minutes. These are handstand drills. I would advise doing any type of stretch warm-up prior to this, making sure the shoulders are open and the wrists are stretched. So I'll do a couple wrist stretches with you. I'll do a shoulder stretch, making sure the hamstrings are open, because when we are doing those heel hops, it's much easier if the hamstrings are open. The other thing is I haven't been on here in a while because I have been trying to get my yoga studio online, and we just finished our first week of live virtual classes. We have 25 classes a week. They went really, really well. And if you have not experienced virtual classes with Lotus Loft, you can go to our website at lotusloftyoga.com. And you could also go to Mind Body Online, the app, and click on Lotus Loft, and you will see the full schedule of virtual classes. And you can hop in to any of those classes at any time. All you need to do is register in advance, pay for the class, and then you'll get an email link to Zoom about 15 minutes prior to the class starting. And at that point, you'll be able to get into the live stream class. So for today, we're going to warm up our wrists, warm up our shoulders, and then we are going to hop to it. And we're going to take some hops, things that you can practice working on your inversion and your journey to handstand. So go ahead and come to all fours, shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. We're going to take a couple cat-cows here to articulate the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze, look forward. And then exhale, round the spine, pull the navel up and in, rounding the shoulders. So you want the upper shoulder blades to be nice and rounded. Inhale, dip the belly, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And then from here, inhale, come to a neutral spine. Take the fingertips either to the sides of your mat, so they're out, and then just rock forward and back. Or turn the fingertips all the way towards the knees, pressing the wrists towards the top of your mat, and then rock forward and back this way. Trying to keep the fronts of the wrists pressed into the mat, keeping the neck long, the gaze long. And then inhale, turn the palms back around. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Take some big mandalas with that right arm. A couple times one direction, a couple times the other, just circling out the shoulder. And then reach the right arm up to the sky, thread the needle, taking the right shoulder down to the mat. Left bicep can come to the ear, so really stretching into that right shoulder. So while you are stretching into that right shoulder, take about 5 to 7 more breaths here. Remembering we're dealing with the mechanics of the body. So everyone has a different body type body style. And you have to recognize where you are in your own body and what works for you and what doesn't. And the reason why when I teach different types of inversion classes, I teach all different entries and exits in and out of the poses, because everybody's mechanics are different. What works for your body might not work for somebody else's body. So it's really, really valuable for you to try everything and see what works for you. And whatever works for you is what you stick with. And once you stick with that, then you just work on that over and over again until your body is ready to be able to hold your inversion. So taking that arm back out, inhale, right arm comes back out to the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left arm comes up to the sky. Take some big mandalas here with that left shoulder. Just opening up that left shoulder a couple times one direction, a couple times the other. And then inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, thread the needle. Take the left shoulder down to the mat. Maybe the right bicep comes to the ear, starting to roll the right shoulder open. Pressing down onto that left shoulder. Taking about 5 to 7 breaths here. So while we are stretching, look at your space, look what's around you. Since we are doing this from home, make sure you don't have any furniture around you. I will do another short video on another day just on falling, because a lot of people always ask me, well, how do I fall properly? And once again, the answer is it depends on your body mechanics. Some people naturally fall out to the right, fall out to the left, depending on which side of the body feels better. They do a cartwheel. Some people roll and flip over into wheel, and that's okay on the back. For most of us, that will not be okay on the back. So it really depends on your body, but I'll do that on another day. Inhale, lift that left arm back up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down, and then walk the hands all the way out to the front of your mat into extended puppy pose and start to lower the heart down. So you want to really get into the shoulder blades here so the upper shoulders feel this. You can take the forehead down to the earth. If you have a little bit more flexibility into the shoulders, take the chin or nose down to the earth. If you want more, you can always pop up onto your fingertips and really start to draw those shoulders down. And then inhale, walk those hands back in, and we're going to get to it. So if you know how to fall properly, you can have your mat anywhere you'd like in your home. If you do not know how to fall properly, I recommend taking it to a wall. And if you have the wall behind you, that way when you are kicking up, you will know that there's a wall there to support, so you don't have to worry about flipping over. So again, when we talk about the mechanics of the body, the stacking of the body is really important. So we want the crown of the head, which stacks over the cervical spine. The cervical spine and the shoulders need to stack directly over the lower back. The tailbone needs to stay tucked under. So when you are hopping, you want to have a slight tuck of the pelvis so that engages the navel, which comes into the spine, and your lower bandhas. You want your lower bandhas really strong, so everything down here is tucked and squeezing. The other thing is when we align and we are taking hops, you want to make sure your shoulders are directly aligned over your wrists when you're starting, and then you can even do it from here. When you are hopping, you want to make sure the shoulder girdle goes past the fingertips. So you're hopping, if you're hopping back here, you're going to land backwards, right back onto your feet. If you're hopping here, you're going to come straight down. If you're hopping here and everything is aligned and tucked, you can see the shoulders are past the fingertips. The fingers are spread and you're pressing down into the finger pads. When you hop, if your shoulders are shifted forward, you will probably have more success in nailing it and sticking it. So again, it's Easter Sunday. We're going to take little hops. We're just going to work drills today. We're not going to work on holds. So from downward facing dog, go ahead and walk your hands to the back of your mat. Take a couple stretches into the knees. And so we're going to be working these little bunny hops up to the top of the mat. So from here, soften up the knees. If you have really tight hamstrings, you want to keep that bend in the knees, okay? And I always tell my students, we either do heels to glutes or knees to nipples. So depending on what feels better for you. So take the fingertips down. You want the shoulders directly over the wrist. You're going to rock forward onto the tippy toes. From here is where you're taking your hop. Bend into the knees, inhale, look forward, gaze forward. Let's start knees to nipples, hop, and come down. Okay, so knees to nipples is what usually works for me. Heels to glute makes me a little bit archy in the back. So you can try that next. From here, lean forward, gaze forward, shoulders over, fingertips, heels to glutes, and come down. Okay, next hop, move the fingertips a little further forward. So now we have a little bit more shift. High on the toes, shift forward to start, bend into the knees, inhale, knees to nipples first, and come down. From here, shoulders shift forward, bend, exhale, heels to glutes, and come down. Okay, one more time till we get to the top of the mat, and then you're going to go back to the back of the mat, stretch into the hamstrings, do it again, and do about 10. Okay, so until you get really, really tired. From here, come back up, walk the hands back out. We're now at the top of the mat, high on the toes, knees to nipples or heels to glutes. Come back down, heels to glutes. Shift forward, start here, look forward, and come down. Okay, so you can go up and back from the mat. I call those bunny hops with our Shakti kicks. Second thing we're going to do today, and then we're going to end this video, and then you've got some work to do. So you have to take the time and you go back and forth on your mat as many times as your wrists will allow and as your heart rate until you're really, really tired. Once you're exhausted, you want to stop. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do those heel kicks or butt kicks. So you can take it to a wall. So if your wall is behind you, you want to align yourself so that you're in a forward fold to start at the top of your mat. Fingertips come down. You want your stance, shoulders over wrists. Fingers are spread wide. Look forward, gaze forward. Come up high on the tippy toes. Take one leg up to the sky. Then the bottom leg, as we rock forward, draw the inner thighs towards one another. Tuck the tailbone slightly. As we lift through the top leg, hip and hamstring lift. Left heel comes into the booty and then come down. Try not to arch the back. Look forward, gaze forward. Left heel comes into the booty and come down. Try about 10 of those on the right leg. Lift, squeeze, and come down. Then switch out the legs. So 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. One leg you're going to find is going to be stronger and better than the other. That may be the one that you kick up with in class. Look forward, gaze forward. Rise up on the tippy toes. Shift the shoulders forward. Look forward. Exhale. Heel to booty. And come down. Find that lightness. Keep shifting forward. Lift up. Heel to booty. So about 10 times. If you can hold, find that hold. And if you need to hop out, you can hop out or the wall is behind you. So those are my handstand drills for today. Those are my bunny hops. Definitely got the heart rate up. I only did 3 on each side. I'm asking you to do 10. What you're doing is you're building strength and stability in the shoulder girdle. You're allowing the body mechanics to start to move into that inversion training. And then once you train your body, you'll feel more comfortable trying those things. Remember, everybody's body is different. Some things are going to work for you that might not work for somebody else. So hop to it today. Maybe try some bunny hops, front and back of the mat. Try some heel kicks at the top of the mat. And until next time, I'll have another short video to guide you into your inversion practice. Happy Easter and namaste.